Hello friends, this is Navdeep Mehta and welcome to AI. And today we shall continue with our previous project that we are working, that is job salary prediction. In previous lecture, if you didn't see our last three lecture on this topic, then first watch these three lecture. The link we are in the I button as well as in the description box. So let's continue to the this. First to watch these three lectures that I previously uploaded. So here we have a studying data contract types shall you numerize with respect to what contract time. I have understand you this all the things concept. So we are not going to consume the time in that. So now we are going to start filling the null value in our data set. For that we have to check what was the null value present in our data. In our first lecture we show you. Now here you also see that we use df.original function to check the null value, but it will give in the what true false. So it is not easy as to visualize that. So we use dot sum function that will calculate all the null value and gives us. So here you see contract type and contract time has maximum null value, but see contract time has less number of null value. Location nominalized is 0, title has 1, company has 30,000. So these are we are going to fill these null value in our data set. So first we do df impute embd calls contract type call 0, contract time call 1. Okay, if pd.null contract time, if contract type is equal to part time, return contract, else return permanent, else return contract time. So what does this course want to say? Let's understand. So here you see contract type call 0, it is going to store the first value present in the contract type. Okay, and if contract time calls 1, now it is going to also store the first value in the contract time, because in calls it is going to store it 0th place and there is 1 place in a list. So in this it is present the first value of contract type, and now here it is going to store the first value of contract time, and by each and each first is going to 1, then 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, like that it is going to give the value to this using the line this one. Okay, this line is used to give one by one value of contract type and contract time in this function. So just see. Okay, now let's move to the next topic. Now if pd dot original contract time is equal to 0 is true, if it's a yes it is true, then it will check if contract type is part time. If it's true, then contract. If it's not, contract type is not a part time, then it will fill with the permanent. Now if it said no, contract time is not a null value, then just simply return what it is the present in it. Okay, so let's move to the next topic. Now here you see it is going to fill which value? Contract time. Okay, now df dot contract type and contract time is going to store in calls. Okay, in calls it is going to store what? Contract type and time. Okay, so dot apply. So it is going to firstly the first value of contract type at this place and first value of contract time this place. So it is what? It is calls 0 is this and calls 1 is this, and it is going to store in contract type and contract time. So at each and every iteration the value of calls inside the value of calls of contract type and time is going to change. So one by one it is going to send the data. Dot apply, going to apply impute emd. Impute emb, this function is going to apply on which contract time along the axis 1. Okay, clear? So in this way those contract time who has null value and having contract type is part time is going to fill with the contract, and those contract type having null value having a contract type as full time is going to fill with permanent, and if not a null value, then it's going to return as it is. If not use return contract time, then the null value going to fill with the value, but value which already have not null value, they are becoming the null value. So we are going to use last line. So like that, like we are filling contract time, we are also fill contract type. Here we have taken condition of contract type and fill the contract time as a condition, and contract type we are going to fill. Now after that, filling these two value, contract type and contract time, we are moving to the rest two, it is company and title. So in company and title, we are going to use df dot company fill in function is used to fill the null value, fill in, but the fill none. Method is equal to f fill, in place is equal to true. Now here you see what is going here. Let me use a whiteboard to understand you better way. Suppose we have a column having value a, b, c, b, a, null, a, b, c, null, b, null, a, b, c, null, b, b, null, a. Okay. So this is a column. So if we use a fill function, then it is going to fill the value just above it. Just above means that here you see it is a null value, and here it is a, so it is going to fill it a. Now here you see a null value just above it c, not is going to fill with c. Here you see a null value and above it is a b, then it is going to fill b. Here you see a null value above this null value, it is c, then it is going to fill with c. Here you see b, null value above it b, then it is going to fill with the b. It is going to fill the null value with the value just above it. A fill function is this way. Okay. So now here you see, if any company value is null value, then it's going to fill with the value just above the value what was the company. Suppose x by z, x by a null value in that. Then if null value above the null value it is x, then it is going to fill with the x. So here these two things, company and title, we using going to fill with the same things. That just if any null value find in title, then it will check that what was the above value. Okay, and that value will copy in the null value. So in this way we have filled the company detail, title both in our data set. And now after doing these all things, if we check that is there any null value, first we have to run this, then this, then this, then this, then this. Wait. Okay, all of now again check. Now here so we have dealt with all the null value. Okay. So now guys, after doing all the operation with filling the null value, we are now in the stage where we have to convert our categorical value as a continuous value to evaluate the result. So first we are going to deal with the contract type. Okay. So in contract type, you have see full time and part time. Two value. Dot value count function is used to count the different value and its sum. That if there are three value x, y, z, then what was the sum of total x, total y, and total z? So here you see in full time, it is around 2 crore 20 lakh, 2 lakh, like that. In part time, it is also like 29,000. Okay. So here you see the two counts. Now we have to convert this full time and part time as 0 and 1. So what we do is we use a dictionary where we store full time as key and this is as value 1. So part time as 0, and why we use full time as 1? Because full time has maximum value and part time has minimum value. So df dot replace function is used to replace the value present in that value with the value you want to replace. Okay. So here is a df replace contract type. So what we are going to replace contract type in our data set with DIC. DIC means full time. So and part time 1 and 0 in place is equal to true used to change made it will be reflected to the whole data set. So it will when it run, so it will check if there is a full time, then it is going to replace with 1. If there is a part time, then it is replaced with the 0. So we have run this code. So in our data set, if it find contract type is equal to full time, then it is 1. If part time, then it is 0. Similar to that here also. If contract time, no, in the previous we have used the contract type and here it is contract time. If contract time permanent, then 1. If contract, then it is 0. So SNS.heatmap is used to represent the correlation, and CORR core is used function is used to give us the correlation value. A not is equal to true is used to represent the value in the box. Here you see this is seen with using the function a not is equal to true. Okay. So here you see that the contract type and contract time is highly correlated to each other, around 91% correlation between them. So what we do, we should use one of the function in our data set and we should delete another to avoid overfitting in our function, in our model. So now a question is Rajiv, which I have to delete, because both are correlated to 9, more than 90% is enough to delete one of the column. If the two data set are 90% correlated, then we should delete one of them to avoid overfitting in our data set. So guys, you think which column we have to delete, contract type or contract time? So how we decide? We should check the null value in both the column. So here you see null value in contract type is more as compared to contract time. So we delete contract type column and we should remain contract time in our data set. So here you see we have deleted contract type from our data set. So here you see we have deleted contract type. We have more missing value in our data set. We should cover it in the next lecture.